Hello! Hey, everyone. How's it going? Hi.
Hello!
Hey.
Oh, hey.
Hello.
Well, welcome to the stream. We're doing a Meet the Cast episode. As you can see, we're missing 2 players, but we still really wanted to engage and interact and ask each other some questions and do kind of like an interview style, like session. I don't know. Anyways, yeah. Hey. So we'll start with introductions. Hi, I'm Voidal, the host, storyteller, and dungeon mistress. It's a pleasure to have you all. I run all of my games pretty much strictly homebrew, even if I base them off of media that's existing. Like, for example, I have a Dragon Rider game coming up that is based on Dragon Riders of Pern and Fourth Wing, with a lot of my own delicious spins in it, but it's all homebrew. Yeah. Anyways.
Hey, yo.
Woohoo! Yeah. Well, yeah. That is why I get confused when we
Get
talk.
hyped, everybody. Woo!
What is... Oh, the twink. I see. Yeah,
No,
this
no,
group
because
did get
Taco's
really
like,
lucky.
oh,
I see you. I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing.
Yeah. Taco was like, oh, I see there's another Jericho. I was like, yeah, that's why I always get confused when we talk about yours.
Oh, and your Jericho is a twink, and then his Jericho is the twink of that game. That's hilarious. Holy
Yeah.
shit. All right, well, with that being said, I'm going to pass the introductions over to Jericho. Look at my spirit fingers. Jericho.
Spirit figures. Hello, hey guys, it's me, Natchan, variety streamer here on Twitch. I love all things raccoon, and I play our southern gent, Jericho, in this game. He is a thin blood. Yeah, I will pass it over to Spectre Zero.
Hi, my name is Spectre Zero, just your average time traveling dimensional hobby android. Oh my god, I mixed up my own intro. And in this game, I'm something dark side. I'm also, but particularly in Salem by Night, I am Viola Lovebridge. Lovely to meet all of you. Very kind of you to have me here to answer some of your questions. And without further ado, we're introducing the one and only Dr. Fucker.
Hi. Fuck. I mean, hi. I'm Valentin. I'm your demonic heavy owner, and I play Xirus Fletcher. He is the Tremere of the Coterie, and the, I guess the one in the line for Baronship? Is that the word? Am I using good words? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, hi. I have food in my mouth. I'm eating. Thank you. Ow. Good, Dolly.
Dolly, back to
Hey,
you.
I'm jamming out to this music. Yeah. So we're just gonna dive right in to these questions. So, question number 1, I guess. Thank you. If your character, we're starting easy, by the way. If your character were a human dessert, what dessert would you be, and why? I'll give you a second to think about it, and then I'm going to popcorn it. And after you answer, you'll popcorn it around until all of you get a chance to answer. And while we are waiting, we're gonna go over. Let's see. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to guess. All right. Okay, you know what? We're just gonna listen to this kind of sexy music, 'cause this is a sexy question. What kind of dessert would you be? The best kind, obviously.
Is that a sexy question?
It's not.
I guess.
At
okay.
all. It's not at all.
Oh,
It's-
okay.
That's why it's it's funny. Autistic humor.
Depends
Haha.
on how you look at food.
Oh shit!
All right, I
didn't hear
already have my answer, and
Okay.
I think no one is going to be surprised.
We're gonna start with Viola, and then you can popcorn it to whoever you'd like to answer this as well, and I can answer for any NPCs if you want. Chat, just so you know the rules of the game. There aren't really any. If you have any questions, ask. If you want to know something, just type it in and I will be hosting. So when I get to your question, I will ask them. Yeah, go ahead, Viola.
I think the answer is quite obvious. I think I'd be a chocolate-covered strawberry. Dark chocolate. Just hard on the outside and oh so sweet on the inside.
Hey, why? Why that specifically?
I think whenever they see Viola, or me, my character, I honestly think that they see someone who is, sexy, mysterious, a little bit of dark, and they don't really think that there's anything sweet or soft, or that they don't think there's anything underneath. But you can see pieces of it. You can see that there's something a little bit more to her. But at the end of the day, I think she's quite simple and complex. Like, you have different kinds of strawberries, different kinds of chocolate, and so there can be variety if you really want it. But I'm just that's what I believe, because at the end of the day, she's not. I feel like saying a chocolate cake could be a little too rich, but more like something that's fresh but also comforting. Let's see. I'll popcorn it onto Kyla.
What? No, this is players. Players first.
Oh, pilots. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Then,
I am not prepared to answer this question. I was just like fighting for my life. I don't know if you saw my model. I was fighting for my life.
Yeah.
like Franken's like, I love your lap. And I was like, no, I'm straight. Stop. Ah! So that's, yeah, that happened.
Okay, so I'm gonna definitely popcorn it over to Val because he's eating panda and he didn't invite us.
Yeah. I'm not gonna do a voice right now because I have food in my mouth. But anyways, I think Xirus would be like a coffee tiramisu because he has this like.
That makes sense.
The coffee flavors gives this like work ethic to it, like because it's meant to give you energy to it gives that vibe, but then at the same time it's very like soft and like it's not too sweet either, like it just kind of like sits there nice and comfy. And I think that suits him. Yeah. Okay,
I guess
Jericho.
it's me because I'm the only other player here. Jericho is I think he is I'm feeling Bananas Foster Sundae. Bananas Foster Sundae. So that sweet, the sweet but not too strong, vanilla ice cream, but with like the loveliness of sliced bananas and it's got some nuts going on in there. And some drizzled warm sauce. Yeah, it just feels very him. It's also very southern, which he is. And I don't know, it just feels right. Feels like it would probably be his favorite dessert, so I feel like that dessert should represent him.
So my brain is like super in the gutter. I'm so sorry.
Nah, it's cool. I said bananas and nuts. You can be in the gutter.
After
I was like, oh, that sounds really good. And then you're like, drizzled banana and nuts. And I was like, oh.
It's all right.
I was like, you
also
you have
a...
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. Hey, yo.
See, food can be sexy.
It's a banana sundae, yo.
I didn't think clearly. I was like, whatever. Oh, my model, like, whoa! Why? Do a backflip! Ha! Okay, just kidding. Question from
Black
chat.
Flip Void coming soon.
Yeah, sorry. I need to lower the movement, I think. Because when I move, she goes really far. She's like, yeah. Okay, so this is a question from chat. This kind of takes it in a more serious vein. Your kindred is turned mortal for one night. How would they spend it? Who would they spend it with? And I'm going to volley this over to Jericho first. When you're ready, go ahead and answer the question. I will answer as Kyler for the dessert question. I thought of it. Kyler would want to be a root beer float.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
And part of the reason is because a root beer float can be adult, but it can also be like a kid kind of thing. And he fucks with that, right? He fucks
That
with
is actually super wholesome, and I love it.
Yeah, he
He
likes
has
it.
he has the chaoticness of the fizz.
Yeah.
It's only true because if you put too much ice cream in it as well.
Yeah. So he's like, that's what I will be. I'll be a root beer float. Wow. I like that shit. So my movement was turned up all the way. That's why I was like flying across the screen. Like, okay. So the fight with Franklin looked way more intense than it was. And my model was like, oh God, yeah. And it wasn't that bad.
Amazing.
Yeah. Okay, Jericho, are you ready to answer that question?
So I feel like this question is a little like less intense for Jericho as a thin blood. Because he's already pretty mortal in a lot of ways. Like he still has a mild heartbeat. He can still eat food. He can, even with like the proper amount of sunscreen and like long sleeves and a hat, can even still like, and a parasol, can still go outside during the day even. So like, I mean, his question's gonna be kind of predictable. Like, let's see, I can be mortal for a night. I'm gonna spend it with my boyfriend like I do all the time when I can. If being mortal means not having to go to work, quote unquote, then I'm spending it with my boyfriend. I don't know what we would do because that I'd have to think about more.
I think it's great. I think it's a great answer.
But yeah. And I'll pass it to Spec. Viola.
So this is actually a very complicated answer. And the reason why is because little bit of insight on her backstory. Her family thinks that she's dead. She doesn't have any mortal friends. All of her friends are kindred. Literally from the time that she became kindred, she was like taught that mortals are to be used. You shouldn't really associate with mortals. So, and to be honest, she doesn't emotionally connect with mortals anymore because of everything that's happened. That being said, that would be her like one of the for a while that was one of the biggest things that she wanted, is that she wanted to be mortal. She wanted to be human. However, for a night, that's not long enough. If she were, I guess to turn the question a little bit, if it was only for a night, she would be really sad because all she would want to do is go and see her family. But that requires a travel across the pond and a flight, which is not going to be possible. So if she were mortal for just one night, she would probably... Does it end at sunrise? I gotta know that. Or is it like, do we got a little leeway or what? Because if she could see a sunrise, I think she would. If she could see a sunset or a sunrise, she'd probably tour the museum. Like she would love to go to a museum before it closes. Like, I think she would go to like the park and just walk around and just people watch. And just be like, wow. And she would like randomly just go up to strangers and just make up a story. Like, and just an excuse to grab their hand. so that she could be like, oh yeah, they're not like recoiling or like looking at me in a certain way. They're just like, oh, they're warm like me too. So it's very complicated. But yeah, if she could like have it for like a day, I think she would go to the museum.
So it
she
would be
go
like
to the
one day, one night,
beach.
is because this was a Yankee Boy's question in chat. So he
Oh,
had a
okay.
revision. Yeah, so one day, one night.
He would go. He would call his family. But she would pretend to be someone else and just be like, yeah, so I just, as a friend of, this person, this is what happened. And, I just wanted to just, let you know that she really cared about you, say her final goodbyes. She would go to the museum. Oh, she would go to so many museums. She would buy a camera. She would talk to so many people during the day. And she would probably like end the day at the beach and like seeing the sunrise, like completely taking advantage of it. She wouldn't spend it with anybody because at the end of the day, if she knew that it was short-lived, the people that matter most to her are no longer living. So she would just spend it alone and being a person and enjoying that feeling and using that to inspire her for whatever her future hobbies, because she wants to be a photographer. But yeah, that's it. I'm gonna popcorn it over to Val.
Yeah. Xirus would spend his day with Amelia, his daughter, and he would take her, and it'd be very simple, but I think one of the biggest things would be taking her to do a lot of the experiences you can't do much as a vamp, especially in the daytime. Such as going to a park with her, or doing like a hike, getting ice cream, etc. Just going on walks, and especially taking pictures with her. Something that I think if he had that opportunity, he would treasure that greatly, and that'd be. His entire day is just on her and giving her as much of the fatherly time that he barely gets to give her. Yeah. All right, Dolly.
What, me? I was jamming to like the daddy-daughter date and this music playing. Honestly, I was here for it. I was just
So
like,
real.
yeah. We're gonna go to a theme park with Dad, and we're gonna scream our lungs out. Hell yeah, woohoo!
Yeah, he's probably gonna not like that, but he would do it.
Yeah, he'd be like, "No, I hate this. I hate vehicles," and she's just like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah." I could. Gosh. I'm trying to think about my characters and like the NPC, like Kyler, like what Kyler would do, right? I think Kyler would walk his cat that belonged to his mom who passed away in season 1. I think walking his cat in the sun and letting her like loaf in the sun would honestly be like all that he wanted to do, because his other friends, they're creatures of the night. Like Jericho's one of his best friends, so he'd want to hang out with Jericho. And
Oh yeah.
I'm sure Jericho would be like, well, don't you want to go do something? He's like, I'm doing it. I'm hanging out with you. Like that.
Honestly, would be so flattered and touched. Like, oh.
But I do for sure think like Sunshine walking his mom's cat. Like I think that would be like a really important thing for him, is just because in a way it's like almost like spending time with his mom. And I think also going to her gravesite during the day would be very much something he would want to do. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. And I mean, Bishop already goes out during the day, so, like, not a big deal for him. And some of the other NPCs, they're so old that they in a way don't remember the sun at all. Like, they don't they don't remember.
Bro, Viola, if Viola could take Kadal on a day date, 1000%, but you know.
Yeah.
We know what happens last time.
Fair. So also, Razzlemeyer, thank you. Also, good luck with work. Spade, welcome in. Don't forget to assign yourself roles in the Discord, or there's a bot that auto mods that will kick you from the server when you disconnect from Discord for the night. All right, let me. So, this is like not necessarily a generic question.
Okay.
I'm thinking. Okay. We're gonna turn it a little bit like darker, I think, is kind of like where we're going with this.
Oh yeah, you know I love
bit.
them dark questions.
Yeah, just a little. So, because I have several. How does your character view their embrace? Is it a gift or a curse? Tell us a little bit about it. And I think we're gonna start with Xirus.
Absolutely a curse. Xirus is actually actively trying to find a way to reverse it, to cure it. It has put him and his family in risks that he would much rather not. It had taken away the opportunities for for him to have more time with his daughter, and his and just like having, there's so many moments that are missed because of it, and he'd rather have a more normal life with her, I think. But yeah, Viola.
Oh boy. So fun fact, this was a big part of I was a baby when I made Viola. But a big part of her character creation was this idea or this question. And I remember I was like so stuck. I'm like, how do I know the embrace was bad. I know she didn't want to be kindred. I remember the day of Void and I were talking because like I was still in Japan and I was at work and it was a Wednesday, and I was like, Void's like, we need to sit down and figure this out. So we figured it out, and Void was like, damn, this is really dark. But the reason why is because part of Viola has always wanted to be mortal, and she was very, very, very for that. She hated being kindred. She hated kindreds like for a very long time until she met a very long time, 5 years. But until she met the coterie. And I think knowing that Xirus is looking for the cure makes her really happy because she wants people to have the choice she never had. However, now that she has Kadal, if she had to choose between, an eternity, a short life with him or an eternity with him, I think because of so much of the kindred part has kind of clawed into her own personality. And there is, I've been reading like books to inspire me for this too. I think that she can't see herself as human anymore. So as much as she hates the embrace, there's no way out in a way. Like, it's just like she can't fathom, like it's scary. It's kind of like a prisoner, like when a prisoner after being in jail for like 5, 7, like even a couple years, like goes out into the real world and just doesn't know what to do with that freedom. and they commit another crime. It's the same exact way. I'm gonna popcorn it all to Jericho.
See, this is another really unique situation for Jericho because for anyone who wasn't around for the end of season 1, so Jericho is Blythe's twin brother who died as an infant and has been quote unquote haunting Blythe her whole life. So he's always been with her. And then a few times in season 1, he did like take the driver wheel for a minute and like was in her body, but was him. And then at the end of season 1, he was basically thrown from her as his own person when she was basically locked in the in oblivion. So his embrace, quote unquote, was very different in the way that he just suddenly came into existence when he's just been a ghost, literally. So for him, it's more of a blessing because, I mean, the whole point is that he is a person now. Like, he's his own person. And like, that's a really big thing for him, being able to experience these things for himself and not just through his sister. But yeah, so and he even looks at it like, well, he feels even more blessed because for some reason when he was ejected from her, he was made into a thin blood as opposed to being a Malkavian like her. He still got to experience a lot of things that a lot of kindred don't. So he very much sees being a thin blood is a blessing all on its own, and then just being is a blessing. Whether it's being a kindred or not, sure, being immortal would be great, like that would have been great. But if he had to choose between being a ghost and being a kindred, you know, he considers being a kindred a blessing because he finally gets to physically experience all these things that he's just been kind of observing or writing along for. So yeah, for him,
you know what's interesting with that?
Yeah, right. It's totally
what's interesting with that is like you're saying that through becoming a kindred, he gets to experience life, but they're undead. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
that is very interesting.
Yeah, it's really it's crazy. It's been very different, having to think from his perspective of, you know, I didn't lose my life to become what I am. Becoming what I am gave me life.
That is such a really, like, poetic way of putting it, because it really is to be or not to be, you know? There is no, like, you never got the in-between, right?
Yeah, basically. Because, so yeah, that's him. He sees it as a blessing.
Interesting.
They'll drag your coterie members out in the sun if they piss you off enough. Good lord.
It's true. This
it is true.
Bill. I could do
that. Oh. Oh, I love that.
All right, I'm happy to
imagine,
report. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just. You guys ever watch what's it called? What We Do in the Shadows.
Give me that.
Yes, I love that. I love that show.
Like, imagine a comedy situation like that, but then like it's the thin blood bringing their coffin out in the daylight, or you know what I mean, like their sun, they can't leave their coffin.
It off.
Yeah, they're like, why'd you bring me out here? That kind of shit.
I was just cleaning your situation. Like, you brought my coffin out here.
Mm-hmm. That's funny.
It was getting dusty.
It was getting
Troll thing to do.
dusty. Holy shit. Sorry, I just had to fight my co-host again. So if I we were tussing pretty intensely. I'm happy to report, because we're gonna take this to kind of a more silly vibe for just a moment. I was eating Sour Punch straws. I very rarely let myself eat candy. And, I enjoyed them.
I love those.
Yeah, I was like, oh yeah, I forgot I love these, and they remind me of Natalie. So anyways.
Hell yeah.
Okay, this question deserves some playful music. I'll return to the really intense music for the question that's gonna come after this, but for now we'll play some dumb shit. What song would your character throw it back to? All right, we're gonna volley this one over to Viola first.
Man, so if you guys don't know already, whenever I make a character, I make a playlist of music, and as this series, or as we continue on with the campaign, I will keep adding to the music. And let me tell you, there is some iconic songs. I will say the first one, and I can give you the playlist. This is specifically your suite. I can send you the playlist. But Vulgar by Sam Smith and Madonna absolutely would be one of the songs up there. And then one of the more recent songs, Rush by Dutch Melrose and Benny Main. And then the other song, which is Red Windows by No Straight Answer. Viola. So I have to tell you guys, Viola's music, everyone has like a kind of like a theme. Like all my characters have a theme. And Viola's music is about what you would listen at the club, what is dark, and what is sex. What would you fuck to? This is music you fuck to. So her entire list is like, has a lot of like fucky music. And then there's a few that are like very much more emotional, but I try to limit those because Viola doesn't like to be emotional, show emotion. She's very much like, she's very bitchy. She's trying. Yeah, no, Vulgar is a great song. But yeah, that's kind of Viola's playlist. If you guys ever want to see it, just, sweet. If you ever want to check it out, I'll send it to you. I'll popcorn it over to, I did Val last time, so I'll do Jericho this time.
It's Tokyo Drift by the Teriyaki Boys from the Tokyo Drift film. Not gonna lie, I immediately knew that answer.
Slaps.
So yeah, that's the one. That's the song. So I guess Xirus.
Xirus would say no.
I know.
Just goes straight up.
He just wouldn't. But then he would have a what's the word I'm looking for? Guilty pleasure. Is that the word? He would have the guilty pleasure of listening to "Can't Touch This" by Vanilla Ice.
Hell yeah.
Wow.
Viola would be like, what an old man.
All right.
He's so old.
There's two for Kyler. Okay, the first one I was throwing it back while Viola was expressing. This is the song he would throw it back to.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Hell yeah, 100%. Just throw. Oh no, Wolfman, you rolled a 1 and you literally got timed out. I'm so sorry. Okay, and then the second one that he would throw it back to. Hold on. I got it. Hold on. I'm looking up the name of the song really quickly because my because I could play it, right? And then people don't have to, you know, Okay. This is a very inappropriate song, but you know what? It's fine. Anyways. It's called Porn Star by Nessa Barrett.
Oh my god, I love that song.
Yeah.
That's a great song.
We're listening to it right now. It's very Viola coded.
Absolutely Viola, and like I can imagine like Viola and Kyler in the car just vibing to this music, and then Xirus being like, what the fuck is this film?
Well,
Modern
yeah, and then
heresy.
he the music changes and Kyler's like, don't worry, I got it. This is what Xirus would throw it back to, right? And just
my God, Becky, look
just
at her butt. It is so big.
You just see Xirus just bobbing his head, and we're like, oh my god, he does dance.
Who understands those rap guys?
yeah, right here.
They only talk to her.
Love it.
She's like a
Hey,
total
that's so
prostitute.
good.
Yeah, I feel like this is something that Xirus, because he likes Vanilla Ice. I think he'd be like, yeah,
It's
good, pretty
so
good.
round. It's like out there.
It's so round. It's so out there.
Up there.
Look,
I like big
butts and I cannot lie. You other brothers can't deny
brothers can't
that when a girl
deny.
walks in with an itty bitty waist and a round thing in your face,
On
you
the-
get
in your
sprung.
face, you get sprung.
Tough,
You notice that butt was stuffed.
deep in the jeans she's wearing. Huh. Yeah. Anyways, I know this whole song, but let's move on. That's it.
We learned a little bit of Void lore today.
That's terrible. Okay, so we are throwing it back. Baby, I want to get with ya and take your picture, but my homeboy trying to warn me. But about you got me so. Ah! Okay, so back to a very serious question. All right, so this is back to a tough one. This one's from Yankee Boy. The throwback to is from Sweet and Spacey. Okay, so from Yankee Boy. Throughout this entire chronicle, what singular or combination thereof events would you say was a catalyst of your kindred's development up to this point in the story? Okay, I'm gonna make Jericho answer this one first. When you're ready, Jericho.
I mean, his is pretty recent. I would say it would be losing Blythe, kind of permanently. I mean, yeah, she's a ghost and she's gonna haunt him, but like his whole everything since he became into being was trying to get her back, and when that chance came up, he kind of he couldn't make that choice because he felt like he was being he felt selfish for wanting to stay, because again he finally was getting the chance to live and have friendships and relationships, and had made the mistake of having a relationship, falling in love. Not really a mistake, but it's just kind of threw a wrench in his plan, because originally he was like, I'm going to do everything I can to get my sister back, even if that means I have to go back to being a ghost. He originally was prepared for that, but when the moment was suddenly sprung on him, literally suddenly out of nowhere, seemingly, wasn't expecting it when it happened, and he couldn't bring himself to make that decision and to verbalize his feelings because he didn't want to be selfish. But Blythe understood that, which is why she in the end made that decision. But that was a huge thing for him, because now he has to accept that she is physically gone forever. He will never have the chance to truly, embrace his sibling, physically in a hug. They've never been allowed or able to physically be in the same place at once. And that, I think, is really just knowing that he is going to continue on while she is gone. That's just a really huge thing for him, because it's going to make him literally take control of his life, quote unquote, and like actually fully live. Because before, he was kind of only half living for himself, because again, his driving force since he came into being was trying to get her back, was trying to save her. And like I said, originally he was willing to go back to the way things were, if that's what it meant. But life happened along the way, and now he has a lot of things that he has to accept are true now. And I think that what he hasn't necessarily realized himself, but he will now, is since she basically gave him this gift of continuing on, he needs to fully embrace living, quote unquote. So yeah, losing Blythe permanently is the largest catalyst for him. So pretty fresh for him. Just happened a few sessions ago, so I think that's my answer for him.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah. Oof.
And whichever of you is ready next, go ahead. I have to run to the... I'm still listening. I have to go potty.
Yeah, Val, so what moments have been difficult for you?
For Xirus, it'd be one, definitely the time where he almost lost his daughter. That was like such a major catalyst in the sense of the risks of everything going on and the direct threat,
Yeah.
And then the other is learning the truth of Lazarus's son, right?
Yeah.
And Elizabeth, because if not Elizabeth, then at least for Lazarus, he can understand as a father everything that's been going on, who he's dealing with, and that kind of shit. Like, it's the spark that he needed to do something that maybe he quite didn't want to, which was take on the responsibility of a barony, because he has been and was content with being a neutral, position this whole time. But with the threat and the risks of Elizabeth and what that would mean, not just for him, but for the entirety of Salem and those around and people he cares about. He did not want that to be in her hands. And knowing someone like her who has lost everything, essentially, something that he would fight tooth and nail to protect his own, he understands there is no limit for her in that sense. And that's what scares him into doing this. Yeah.
I guess for Viola, Viola is difficult because, again, when I first started like this campaign, all of us were pretty new, and I didn't know what the heck I was doing with VTM or anything. And so I was very new to this whole thing. So I wrote Viola. Viola's probably the hardest character I've ever played because I wrote her to be really mean and super bitchy and super nasty. And so for her, I think where she started, where she is at now is like, I would have never foreseen that. I expected Viola to die like so many times. But I guess to answer the question directly, I just wanted to give a little background information, but to answer the question directly, there was 3 moments that I can think of. I would say the first one, it was the session. It was that session where Viola saw for the first time Vice really care. Because before then, she had been in, with Elizabeth and all these kindred, and all of them wanted something from her. They didn't really care about her. They just cared what they could get from her. Because she was a tool, an ends to a means. And so when she saw how much he actually cared, not for one, not for 2 people, but each of these individual men that had died in his pen suite, that really moved her, and she was like, oh my god, I guess we aren't just all monsters. There's more to us, and I completely misjudged this person, which ended up leading to a very important turning point catalyst, which is where the first time, I think, it was when Kadal, I always remember this because I was like, damn, he's Kadal said something along the lines of feed me like the prostitute that you are. And I was like, and Viola's just like, fuck you. I was so mad. She was so mad. And she was like, I don't like this. But then she realized in that moment that he was like her in the sense that they're both monsters, because at that time, Viola had kept a big secret, which I think everybody knows by now. I think everybody should know because it was mentioned in season 1. But Viola was forced to commit diablerie, and that, if you didn't know at the time, is if anyone finds out, you're subject to a blood hunt. So she was like, nope. And so realizing that for her, she saw calm, and she was like, oh, okay. Someone just like me, someone relatable, right? So I think that would be the first one. And then the second one, because that changed a lot of things. So I would say that whole entire session was a big thing. And then the second one would be the session in which, and I remember the note, right, being like, oh, so she eavesdropped. She was eavesdropping on a conversation with Xirus and Kadal because she's just like, And then she was like, okay, I'm going to leave. And then she's like, oh no, I forgot. I need to say something. And so she went back. And so then she's continued to eavesdrop. And that ended up being Xirus being like, I am going to kill you. And it was like, Viola almost died that day. But it ended up her revealing a big part of her backstory. And then her and Xirus kind of forging an alliance, which was huge. And that kind of led to her kind of finding this family within Xirus and Jericho and Mads, or Blythe at the time. So that was a huge moment. Also, I would say the third but not least, definitely End of Salem 1. That punch, because that has to be tied with Kadal dying, which is a little more recent. I would say Kadal dying would be the bigger of the two. And as a player, I think the end of season 1 was like super impactful towards me, but for Viola as a character, Kadal like just being like poof, I think that hit her really hard. Because she had lost Lucas and Mads and Blythe a year and a half later, and then at that time she was like, well, at least I didn't lose the one thing that makes me want to continue on. And then after building this family, then she loses like a big cornerstone of that. So that was a big she still feels the ripple effects of that, and she will continue to do so. There's some stuff I told a little void, a little something about possible future interactions with certain people, so we'll see how that plays out. But yeah, that's the answer to my question. And I think that's back to Void.
Okay. Thank you, everybody, for your answers. I thought they were really, really good. Sorry. Question for me. My question is, in what part in this story do you think the players had the hardest choice to make so far in the game? Now, if I had to kind of narrow it down to like a coterie choice, I think the hardest choice kind of combined was probably leaving Lucas. I think because Elizabeth was right there. She was right there. But and like Nyx had been shot, Kyler had been shot, and they were ghouls at the time. And I think, and I know that I think that scene was like mostly Xirus, and maybe I can do this like as a whole and without, but that decision that Xirus made led to so much more, because the coterie had to decide, we're taking Vice, or we're taking Laz, we're taking who we can, and we're leaving Lucas. We're respecting the fact that Lucas tackled her out the window, and we're just gonna pray that he comes back. And then we had that 1.5 year time skip, right? Like, so I think that was a really difficult, not necessarily on screen, but like just players and character alike. I think that was like, oh, we have to choose who to save. Oh, fuck, right?
Yeah.
Personally,
that whole last session was so...
Yeah.
I cried for 2 weeks after that.
I gosh, some of the difficult, like, single player character, like, choices of the people that are here, right? I think for Xirus, it the choices surrounding Michael's death, his ghoul, I think were pretty difficult for him. And as well as like prioritizing saving Amelia and taking her memories. I think that was very difficult for him, because that's his baby, right? And so he literally had to use his powers that he considers very evil on his baby. Like, So I think that whole arc for him was very difficult, as well as like giving up on everything that happened with Celeste and moving on to the more like making choices in terms of like, I need to step up in this barony or it's going to just get worse. So that whole arc for him in the beginning there, I think was very difficult. Getting into the van again to drive, I think that was also a very difficult choice for him because his wife, she died in a car accident. And if you remember those episodes, he just was descending into panic attacks while behind the wheel and like snapping at everyone to put their seatbelt on. So I think that was really, I think that was difficult. For Viola, God, probably leaving Emily. Like,
Oh yeah, that also was really hard for her, and it's like,
because she did it to try to save Emily, right? But like, we saw what happened, you know, what Kindred do, and like Viola can barely show her face in public because she's just been like slandered and like her whole career is blown up.
and remember we talked to her like, oh, who do you want? You thought Emily was gonna go. I'm like, no, she specifically hadn't ghouled anyone because she was afraid that people would find out about the diablerie and she felt like a monster.
Yeah.
And also it was hard because Emily was her only fucking human friend.
Yeah, Emily was her secretary and her friend. Yeah. So I think that was really tough. And learning like what happened to Emily, I think was really hard. I also think a really hard choice for Viola was to turn against all of the rage and hatred that she has inside of her, because the world has never been nice to her. And in that moment when she saw Vice show raw humanity, she's like, oh my God, I'm changing. And I think that was Viola going to war. And we've seen the repercussions of that, which are some very complicated, like, emotional triggers, panic, the haunting of Elizabeth, and just all of that shit.
That was, and it's interesting because we later find out about Elizabeth, you know, she's like, she wants to kill all kindred. It's so interesting. If Elizabeth had just opened up to Viola and had told her, this is my plan, she would have been like, yeah, I'm on board. She would have had Viola's loyalty if she had just shown an ounce of trust or even just like kindness, friendliness. And it's not
what kindness Elizabeth did show was, I mean, it's always been tainted by the beast, right? Because like wanting to murder life, even if it's unlife, because these kindred, they're pendulums, they swing into humanity. It's a pretty bestial thing, even of itself, even though like it's like, oh, I'm gonna murder all these monsters, including myself. Wouldn't it be better to confront your monsters and just become a better person? Arguably, yes. So her nice was always tainted, and it just, the way the cookie crumbles, you know? This was also like my very first campaign, a BTM campaign, so I learned a lot, cut my teeth a lot on it. For Jericho, the choice to stay or leave, I definitely think was the hardest for Nat. And then I also think the other hard choice was like Ashley or Kyler. Like that, I think was very stressful, especially like at the bar, because we know that Kyler's doing sussy shit. We know that he is, and we have his consent that he'll work on it, but we don't really know if he's going to, right? And like the bond between Jericho and Kyler has like, it's so significant in the last year and a half, you know, because they gel so well together. And so I think, and then, you know, the emotional distress that Ashley was in. So like the two most important men in Jericho's personal life were like at odds and needed his time and needed his attention. And it was literally like my relationship with my romantic partner or my best friend, because sometimes best friend relationships are as important as a romantic relationship.
100%.
So I think that was probably the other hardest choice, other than do I stay or do I go? I think that's what it was for Jericho. So
You're not wrong.
yeah. Yeah, and then kind of a insight for Kyler. I know he's not a player character, but I think the hardest choice for him actually is one that he decides every day, and it's continuing forward without Lucas. Like, as well as continuing. So, like, after his mom died when he was human, we never got to explore it, and it was only ever hinted, like, barely nothing, that he didn't want to be without his mom. He just didn't. Life's just not. She was his best friend, right? Like she was like such a good mom, and like losing her the way that he did ruined him. Like he just. But Lucas made him decide to stay. So. And the coterie made him decide to stay. So I think that was probably his first really difficult choice. And then right now he's grappling with just getting up every day. But he's got Jericho, but in some ways it feels like betraying Lucas. Because, he has this best friend, but he wants to live. Like, he wants to live. He wants to have a life. He wants to exist. He wants his story to be seen. He wants it to be witnessed. He wants maybe it to be remembered by his friends, if not the world. Like he wants that, but he's just a little self-hatred-y and a little fucked up. So yeah. Are there any other questions from chat before I move on to some questions that I have written down for the coterie to answer? I'm gonna give you guys a moment to respond.
Fine, just me over here being emotional about Kyler.
No.
Yeah,
I
Kyler.
love that guy.
It's so interesting. Like when we started with Kyler and Lucas and Nyx, did Nyx die? We don't know what. I don't remember if we have
We
written down
assume
what
she's
happened
dead,
to
but
Nyx.
we honestly have no idea.
It's so crazy. Yeah, I think I just wanted to add that Salem season 1 episode, like that ripped me apart. Like I was like, it was in summer and I was luckily on vacation, but like I spent 2 weeks just like crying about it on and off right before no, it was right before vacation. So on and off crying like in between classes. Yeah, that's what it was. And then I went on vacation. I was able to like decompress. But yeah, Kyler, I feel with everything that's gone on with Kyler, like it's been. I'm glad he's in our coterie. I think he's like, I don't know. He's a family. He's family,
No, totally get it.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa, I'm so sorry. I unmuted and all the animals just decided to yell. Okay, do you guys need to take a bathroom break before our next set of questions?
I already did, so whatever anyone else needs to do.
Was that vicious? All I heard was rah.
Sorry, that was Fury, the one that was yelling.
All I heard was wah.
He's like, I will kill you, Franklin. I kill you. But he's too small to do any damage. And he doesn't actually bite because I don't know, he's kind of dumb. I should record it, honestly. But he like closes his eyes and just bites the air and lunges. So he just misses. And Franklin's like, yeah, we're playing. So.
Oh my god. Yes, please record for future posterity.
Yeah. Viola, do you need to use the bathroom?
Yeah, I'm good.
I'm good right now.
Okay, then the question I have for you is, What is it that you enjoy most about the VTM system as a player? And what is it that you like least about the VTM system as a player? And for this one, I'm going to start with Jericho.
What do I like least?
Most and least, yes, about VTM.
I know what I'm just trying to think, because I mean, what I like most is I don't know. I just really love the whole like the struggle for humanity, like literally your humanity. You're like, I really dig that, but I also hate it. So it's a double-edged sword, because I love that about VTM, and like you're this monster whether you chose to be or not, that is also, I mean, at least for me, obviously this is my personal experience. I know some people are like 100% cool just being a bitch ass monster, but like for me it's really fun to have that like struggle and like introspective of like what is humanity for this character, what makes them want to continue to try and keep that, but you know, at the same time still wrestling with this monster, but it's also I think what I hate the most, because it causes a lot of stress, where I'm like, you know, you have those moments where like, just lean into the monster, be the monster, and you're like, no. And I also hate the whole fact that we like, everything I love about it, I also hate about it, because like I love the idea of your touchstones and how they help you remain to be human, quote unquote, but there's also that terrifying aspect of you could lose them at any moment, and that damages you so intensely. So it's like so much stress all the time, but the stuff that causes me stress is the same parts that I love, if that makes sense. So I guess I'm just into self-emotional torture. That's why I love VTM. There we go. That must be it. So, yeah. Val, what do you love and hate about VTM?
I don't know if it's a hate or love, but the whole world of VTM is still so foreign to me. It's something I struggle with, and I know that the rest of the coterie and storyteller knows I do struggle with this, because I'm constantly having to ask questions and be like, what does that mean? And it's a struggle for me to like fully understand. It's because I come from D&D, and D&D is my home. So if you throw me in a D&D game, I can make a character in 10 minutes and feel fleshed out enough to know what to do in any situation given, right? In VTM, and the whole thing is just a lot. Like, the politics of it is something I still struggle with, which is crazy, because fucking Xirus is the most political character that I ever played in my entire life. But it's like, I definitely struggle with that. Mechanic wise, I'm still learning and trying to understand like the value and the difficulty of my abilities, and I've been experimenting more with it. If you guys notice, I've been trying to do more with the abilities of Xirus and his powers and such, because the more I use them, the more I'm like, ooh, okay, 'cause I'm a spellcaster from D&D, so I love having utility and options to manipulate and problem solve situations. But yeah, I think the more, it's crazy that we've been at this for what, 3 years now, 3, almost 4. And I still struggle with these things, but the more I learn it, the more I'm like, okay, this is fun, this is exciting. Yeah, that's just my take. I think that I just have my struggles with my ADHD brain to learn things in this space, but I think there's a lot of value in that, and it's a lot of fun. But I definitely, like you were saying, Nat, I love the narrative value that the system brings with your touchstones, with your abilities, with the perception of being the monster and fighting for the humanity that left inside you. And that has definitely been one of the biggest fuels for my RP and my playstyle. Like all of it being him as a father figure, not just to Amelia and Julia, but to the coterie. The more he bonds with them, the more he sees them as almost like his own children. Like when he learned of Viola's struggles and things that she went through that broke his heart, it made him scared for her, in a sense of what path that could take her, and which is why he's done more to embrace her, to try to help guide her, and in hopefully correcting the road that she has been sent down, so that she can have a better destination towards the end. So yeah. Viola?
It's man, you guys have explained it so well. I don't know what else to add. I will say, I guess for me personally, I love the RP aspect of it. Like for me, role playing, it really helps. And kind of the idea that I get to play, like as Nat said beautifully, like being able to play with the aspects of humanity. For me, it's being able to play with, because you're used to, like, for me, I come from D&D, so it's like, Nat 20, you have the numbers and you have that range, but there's not necessarily that range per se in VTM. But I love the lore of Vampire, and I have to do my little shout out to like Vil, because he's like, oh, he got me kind of interested when he was like, oh, like this and this, and I was like, what do you mean? And then he's like, here you go. He would like give me a couple things, and I would go down this rabbit hole, and I started to really enjoy the lore and getting to know what Kindred is. And I, with my ADHD, I tend to hyperfocus, so for me, I'm just like, I gotta know everything and gotta like research everything about this topic. So, and it'll be random ass topics. And for me, it was VTM. So I remember Vil's like, research about this. And then I did that. And then I was like, oh, there's another link to this. And then there's another link to this. And there's another link to that. And then I remember Void was like, oh, I'm reading these books and it's really giving me an idea for like these Kindred. And I was like, I gotta read those books now. And so I started reading them. I read 2. I'm actually almost done with the series. And that's given me a lot of inspiration. And that's kind of what I love about VTM. It gives me a lot of inspiration for that. And I guess this is more to do with having... I really enjoy the darkness, if that makes any sense. That how dark it does get in World of Darkness. And maybe that's... And sorry. That was my little step stool. I really like that. I like that you're fighting a losing war, technically. Like, of course, there's hope and everything, but at the end of the day, the older someone gets as a Kindred, the more humanity they lose until there's something you don't even recognize. And I really like that because I'm a fighter and I want to keep fighting and I want to be like, yeah, people could be good. And, if you watch, another character, you'll see more of that. But with Viola, it was about exploring what the darkness does to you, and someone who's basically with Viola, it was she's lost everything. Like, she's always losing. She doesn't know what it's like to win. It's always like, oh, something good happens. Now what's the bad thing that's gonna happen, right? So there's always something with that. And with the World of Darkness, that allows you to do that. And then you add the cool vampire stuff, because in D&D, I love being magical, okay? I love being able to be like, I'm gonna throw a fucking spell. And so with VTM, it's really cool having the disciplines. That being said, I think combat is the worst part of VTM. It is not a system made for combat. And oh my god, anytime we have like a fight or there has to be like a turn order for things, I'm like, ooh! Because I don't know what everyone has their own plan of what they're gonna do, right? And at the end of the day, the storyteller kind of has to weave it all together. And I'm like, oh my god, what if like what I do doesn't contribute to the plan? Or what if I do makes it worse? And so combat can be kind of icky because it's so much more chaotic and you don't find the results of that until later. On the flip side, sometimes I love that chaos where I'm just like, just see what happens, throw spaghetti at the wall. But yeah, that's how I feel about the system.
Neato.
I love that.
I felt like I talk forever. I'm so sorry.
No, you were great. Thank you for your input. I thought it was most excellent. This next question is almost comical. I put it in here kind of for fun. But if you could stake one kindred and get away with it, who would it be and why? And with that question, I'm going to mute and go to the bathroom, but I can hear everybody. And this one, I'm going to volley it first to Viola.
Okay, there is there is one for my character. Absolutely, like Viola would stake one person and one for me as the player. And they're two different people. Two very different people. So I'm going to say, just to keep it short, for me as a player, I would probably stake... There's a lot of people. We could stake in Salem. There's so many shitty people. I would obviously stake Elizabeth because I know she's been through it and she's meant to be complex. And I feel sorry for her, but being bad doesn't mean this is an excuse to be a shitty person, you know? So I would personally stake Elizabeth. Viola, funny enough, would not stake Elizabeth. Nah, she would stake Teddy in a heartbeat, probably rip him apart, and as he watched being staked, just cut up all his limbs. Make sure he gets to see himself, fall apart and die. But that's just, Viola is very vengeful against Teddy. So I'll pass this over on to Val.
Naturally, the BBEG, you gotta end it there quick. Can you remind me? Okay, this is just me being brain is not working. But didn't the vampire who took out my ghoul in the beginning, didn't he get away?
Yes, he did get away. We never caught him. Oh my god,
I would fuck that little shit up so bad right now.
That dude, oh my god. I felt Michael had kids and a family, guys. He was a family man.
He was a good guy.
Yeah.
He was just straight up a good guy.
Hashtag too soon. Always too soon.
Yeah, that was early in the fucking the campaign too.
Yeah.
He deserved more.
I'm I'm gonna also change my answer. Me as a player, the lady that's I love all my children, not Elizabeth, the lady who loves all her children. Fuck that lady.
The scary ass ancient monster lady, fucking in the basement.
Your basement.
Yeah, fuck her.
Yeah, fuck her. She's the one who caused Elizabeth to become the person she is. So fuck her. Or it, or they, or them. I don't know.
Yeah, smash. I mean, what? Okay, Jericho.
I mean, yeah, same, like, Jericho, BBEG, 100%, like, I don't think, I mean, and not even really quote-unquote staker, that's too nice, you know, we want final death. Staking doesn't necessarily cause final death, but I guess if you stake her, you can then continue to final death her, so, you know, that works. I don't think he's not, Jericho's a nice guy, guys. I mean, he doesn't have a lot of people that he hates, but he very much dislikes Elizabeth. I don't know if I don't know
everything that's happening. Jericho's
I
like,
don't
I can't
know.
just dislike her.
No. He's like, I dislike her greatly. I don't know. He just has a hard time being
Jericho's
like, I
such a sweetheart. I love
hate
him.
people. Like because I think it's just his unique perspective on his life. But yeah, for sure, Elizabeth. And then, like, honestly, I was trying to think of an answer for Blythe as well, but, like, hard same as far as, like, she was just kind of this nice person who just kind of lived in her own bubble and never really had a problem with people. So, I mean, I guess, honestly, her answer is probably going to be really similar. It's going to be the same kindred that you mentioned, the one that took out Michael, because that was wrong. That was mean. And then, you know, she had a very heartfelt conversation with Michael after he passed.
Oh my god, yeah, that's another great scene. Ugh.
So, like, yeah, 100%. I'm down for that, kindred. Getting the shit kicked out of them.
Gosh, I can't wait for this party. Oh man. Wow.
That kindred.
That's a terrible. What? Should I be worried about that?
Man, this is gonna be so good. Jeez, that guy who got away in season 1. Whoa, crazy.
What if he was Mason the entire time?
Crazy.
He was Mason
Crazy. Would somebody do that? Bro, crazy.
Everything we're saying here, by the way, is giving Dolly more fuel for later.
I know, right?
Oh, no. This was already written. Like, that's why I said the party might.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
The fact that we brought it up, she's just like, ooh.
I know, right? Like, hey.
I'm like, oh, good.
Oh my god.
That's actually part of the reason I brought Michael up earlier about the difficult decision.
God.
Yep.
Fucking killed
Just
me.
as a reminder to hate someone.
A little bit, yeah. Like a little. Because I'm like, hey, remember this guy?
Yeah, no, I will like never forget that, just because like that actually like was so heartbreaking. And then like again, as Blythe speaking with him after the fact, and like just how sad he was about his family, and like it just was just and it was so early in like
I think it was
period, like because this is a lot of, I think this is all of ours except for Inu, who's not here. This is all of ours like first VTM game. I did start another game around the same time, but like this, I mean, it was still early enough in my VTM playing that it was like, oh fuck, this is like a taste of how fucked up and sad this shit can get. So like that was such a hugely impactful scene, just as a player, and like
I think that was one of the first like big deaths too.
Yeah.
Like
oh, I mean,
ones that
100%,
really,
and it was
I
pretty
think it was
early.
the first one, yeah, that shocked us.
Yeah.
We're like, oh shit,
Yeah. And I was like, ta-da! And you were like, but
this is not a good surprise.
you were like, what?
Take it
Why?
This sucks. Why would you do this?
Yeah,
to
Nat
us?
had
Take it back.
like real ugly tears after the session. We were in call together,
Yeah.
and Nat just started crying all over again. I was like, oh my god, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Like,
He wasn't even by NPC, but I was so sad about it.
devastated.
Dude, Michael was a real G though. Like he was so nice, so stable. Like out of all the ghouls we've had, he's like the most. Him and Nyx were like the most reliable. So, like as in like they were just like they were we could count on them like 1,000%.
Yeah.
It was hard because he
Xirus-
had family.
Xirus entrusted him with so much.
Yeah.
Like
he's a good
he
dude.
like when he sent him on things to do, he felt like it would be done. There's no questions.
right. That's
Yeah.
because he was
Yeah.
faithful and loyal.
He was my boy.
Yeah. Any questions? Any other questions from chat? If not, I've got the next one lined up.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe that was. I remember that hit us all really hard. Yeah. Shit.
So, okay, so this next question is actually going to be a question for a player. So we're going to put a player in the hot seat, and the other two are going to ask them questions, and they have to answer. And Viola is actually going to be in the hot seat first. So
Oh no.
that means Jericho and Xirus, you'll be asking either in character or out of character questions of Viola that you want answered. So consider those. Think about them for a minute, and then we'll dive in. And each of you will have a turn. So each of you will get a turn, and then we can switch it up. And if you have any questions for a storyteller, think of those as well, but not mandatory. All right, are you ready? We're gonna start with Xirus. Do you have any questions? Or Val, do you have any questions for Viola as a character? Or about Viola
Did
or
V-
spec?
Yeah. Did Viola ever have romantic thoughts of any of the coterie?
Absolutely. I was so glad you asked that because I was going to ask you something very similar for Xirus. And I was going to ask something very similar for Blythe, actually. But yes, how can I say she was intrigued by Xirus? But how can I say... there was thoughts about that. She obviously it's very well known that she did not like Mads at all in the beginning, and she thought Blythe was like really cute but a little too young for her tastes. But yeah, she was very. There was kind of like that dancing around like. It did kind of cross her mind, but at the end of the day, she felt that Xirus was chasing ghosts. Chasing that memory. And at the time, Viola wasn't looking for like a quote unquote relationship. She was like, nah, a quick shag, And then it all came in. That fucked up a lot of things for her plans. But yeah, like she was very interested in, but she did think about like Mads was never on the table because but Blythe she did, but she's like, no, she's too young, and I don't wanna, how can I say, I don't wanna taint her. I don't wanna like ruin Blythe, So, but Xirus maybe, but then she was like, no, he's still chasing the ghost of his wife, and I can't do that. It's too personal. I'll never be able to replace her. It'll always be shallow.
Hmm.
But yeah, that's a good question.
Hmm.
So that leads me to I'm curious about pre-kindred romantic relationships. Like, did she have a special someone before she was turned?
No. she had kind of like, she did have relationships, you know, it's kind of because she was turned around when she was around 25, 24-ish, between that. And so she was, because she had just started her master's. Yeah, no, she just started her master's, so it was like 24-ish, 25. But with her, she had kind of like dabbled. So for people who didn't know, Viola actually was studying for engineering, and she kind of got into magic because she liked the idea of illusion and using engineering and magic to make people smile. That's what she wanted. She wanted to, you know, make people happy, and that all came crashing down. Which, funny enough, I took from a personal page from my book from that, and it was really interesting because when I was writing her up and I was thinking about who would she be in love with, I'm like, she would have boyfriends, like maybe like casual people or girlfriends, but I don't think anyone really permanent until after. Funny enough, after she became a kindred, she did have someone she was very, very close to, and unfortunately, bad stuff happened to her. Yeah, bad stuff happened to Sally, and so, which led her to kind of like close herself off from feeling, and yeah. But before being kindred, nope, not really.
Hmm.
All right, Void, your turn.
Me a question for Viola.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I was not thinking. I was getting myself a little something to eat. So I was not.
Next.
Yeah, I was I was like, oh, you know what? I'm a little hungry. I'll get something and I'll heat up my rice sock. Okay, let me think. What's something? I don't know. I kind of want to know what's her end plan. What does she do when all this is said and done? What does she want to do?
She's thought about. I think, like, I've thought about that a lot as a player, and I think Viola. One of the things Viola's wanted to do, and the thing is, her entire end plan before the arc had all kind of like, you know, decided to take a bit of a nap, was like she really wanted to like get her camera and just, she's like, yeah, let's travel, you know, when all is said and done and Xirus is all settled, like I want you to show me, like I want you to show me the places you've been and hear your stories. You know, I want to understand you and kind of like go on kind of a travel, or just to understand Kadal better and to kind of connect with him in that way, and in some way also help kind of connect a little bit with herself, because she never was given a lot of opportunities to travel because of her upbringing. She grew very low income and saw a lot of shit, so unfortunately never got to travel. And I think now, depending on what happens, I will say this is very tentative. Like if today was like the last session, like that's it, game over, and she was somehow still alive, because you know, you never know with these things, she would become a photographer and start a series of and take pictures of abandoned buildings and abandoned places, and basically create a whole website and a whole career basis off of that. And it would be like, and her website and would be titled "The Ruins of Humanity," the ruins of what was and what will never be. And so that would, you know, she would kind of go more artsy, because she, if no one has ever noticed, her bane is like, she likes broken things. That is like, that's why I think that's another reason why she never went for Xirus, because he's too tidy for her, and she's like, ugh. But yeah, that would be me. That's not me, but Viola. That would be her end game. Yeah, my end game's different. I'm gonna live forever, guys. Anyways, yeah. So who would you like to popcorn it to?
That's up to you. You popcorn. who you want to popcorn to it to. They get to be in the hot seat.
Let's see. Let's do. Who did I pick last time? I'm trying to like. Okay. Let's do Nat this time.
Jeanette. That's me.
Jeanette. Jeanette. Okay, my first question would be what was how would Blythe react to Jericho before the embrace? Like, what if she found out I have a long lost like twin brother?
I mean, I think she is. It kind of depends on, is this a scenario where he's alive, or is this a scenario where he is still dead? And
Where
haunting
he's like,
her?
I would say like if he was alive and she had been lied to, and like he actually is alive.
I think she would just try. I think she would try to find him. I think she would be ecstatic to find out that she had, not just living family still, but like a sibling. Because, while she never admitted to being lonely, I mean, I think deep down there was definitely a part of her that was. And so if she had found out that she had living family out there, she would try to find him and connect and hope that she could start, even though it's late in life, she would have loved to have a sibling, relationship, friendship with him.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's I'm good with that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Good. That's the answer.
I'm sorry. I meant to say I was like, do I have other questions? I think I do, but I wanna hear what Val, because maybe sometimes like you guys have questions and then like, oh, it's already answered.
If Jericho could be any other type of kindred, what are they called? What is that?
Oh,
called?
clan?
Clan. There, that's the word. Yeah. If he could be any other clan, what would it be?
Let's see. If Jericho was any other clan,
And why?
I have a question in order to better answer. Would this be like if he got to choose what clan he was, or would it be like I just pick a clan for him? Like if because he's a thin blood because of like plot reasons, but is this what I would choose for him, or like if he had the chance?
What would you choose, knowing him and personality and all that jazz?
Okay. So I honestly probably would have made him if I had chosen a clan, he probably would have ended up being a Bruja.
Interesting.
He's actually built like if you look at his stats, he's actually built very Bruja. Like he's very much in the physical skills. But I will say that if he chose a clan, he actually would choose Tremere, being inspired by Xirus and Kyler. He thinks that's pretty dope shit. Yeah, like if like by some like miracle someone was like, all right, you get to Jericho, you get to be whatever clan you want, he'd be like, that'd be cool. Tremere pretty dope. But that's kind of why he likes doing the thin blood alchemy stuff because it's kind of like magic. He thinks it's pretty cool.
Interesting. Nice.
Mhm.
My question for Xirus: has Xirus been romantically interested in anyone in the coterie or any SPCs?
I think I want to say no, purely because the initial impressions did not give him that space to think of them that way, you know? So yeah, I don't think he did initially. I think he very much saw a lot of youthful ignorance in the coterie, if that's the best way to describe that. So he wasn't quite intrigued in that sense. In the future, you know, through growth and through getting to know them better, he may have, but yeah, no. Am I in the hotspot now?
Technically, yes, you are.
Oh, okay.
But I just wanted to
Jump scare.
ask, start it off. But anyway, because Jericho just went right. Yes. So
Yeah, but you didn't ask me a question, Dolly.
oh, did you want
That's
me
fine.
to?
No, it's okay. I just thought it was funny. You're like, it's Xirus. And I was like, all right, that's cool. That's
Okay,
cool.
so
It's all good.
for Jericho, for Jericho, this is not my question. This is chat's questions, but specifically for you, and I think so. This is appropriate. For Jericho, if Jericho and Nikolai were able to hang out as kindred, what would they do as an activity for fun?
Ooh. I feel like, as someone who played with Nikolai, this is a good question. So where I grew up, we had this place. We had this place where there was like go-karts and mini golf and billiards and bowling, and I feel like Jericho would 100% take Nikolai there to just have some just straight up classic fun. Like, he'd be like, we should play pool, and we should ride go-karts, and we should play mini golf, and we should bowl. But yeah, I think that would be hella fun. I feel like him and Nikolai could have a blast just like doing some classic fun activities like that. Yep, 100%. Hell yeah, good. Woo! Okay.
I think
Nice.
that popcorns it over to Xirus being in the hot seat. I already asked my question though, so.
My question for Xirus is, he obviously has kind of accepted the father role in the coterie, but I imagine, was that like a reluctant acceptance for him, or did it feel like a very natural, smooth transition, or was
100%.
there like yeah?
Yeah, no, 100%. He did not want that.
Yeah, that's what I'm. Was there like kind of a moment where that you could think of where he kind of accepted that and was like, okay, it's my current lot in life? Like,
I mean, much like I mentioned earlier, there's that there was a point of like learning of the whole thing of like Elizabeth Lazarus vice, right? And like knowing the truth of that all, knowing what's truly going on, all of that is just was enough for him to be like, this is not right, and he needs to take matters in his own hands to like ensure that that's not the end of it, right? You know what I mean? Like he's not gonna just stand aside while this shit goes on any longer, is pretty much the mindset. And that's why he was like, well, fuck, if I have to go in there and clean up shit, regardless of like if I wanted to take on this responsibility or not. Because again, right, he was neutral for a reason. And he cultivated a reputation around that where he can do his thing and focus on his priorities, which was his daughter and finding this cure and all that stuff, and not have to answer or appease any kind of other political shit, right? You know, he did his thing. He would have been content and happy with that, and that's all he needed. But then the threats came through that threatened more than just his work and Salem, but also like his family, and that was not okay. And then he also saw other parents in pain, and he's like, that's not okay. I know how that would feel, and I would hate that so much, you know. Something like that.
Cool.
Yay.
Me?
All right. My question is, how would Xirus... Okay, fine. Never mind.
I'm just joking.
Go home. Bye.
Go ahead.
Bye, everybody.
Go ahead. What is your question?
How would Xirus react? See if he saw his wife become a kindred. Like after all this time, like let's say he goes to the party and he sees his wife, like, but as a kindred now.
Right. It would be so bittersweet. Because of course he would be over the moon to hear her voice again, to hold her. And she was quite literally the light in his life and helped. You know how Xirus is kind of cold. She was the one that like helped him channel and communicate the warmth that he has. He wouldn't want her to have to become this monster that he feels he is, right? He would have wished better for her. So yeah, no, I think it'd be bittersweet, you know. And there's like, of course he wouldn't deny her, he wouldn't like push her away or anything, but he would absolutely be like almost apologetic that he didn't know. He would be heartbroken that he didn't know, and that he couldn't have protected her from this hell that he lives, essentially.
Is there anything that could make it not feel like hell for Xirus?
I don't know. I think maybe the cure. I think regardless, he just believes that, like, you know, like life isn't something that should be undone. Life is supposed to be cherished.
The Raven Queen would be very happy with you.
Huh?
No, I was just thinking the Raven Queen would be very happy because she believes in the cycle of life and death.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Exactly. That's the same mindset, right? It's like he believes that when people pass, that should be their passing. They shouldn't be brought back. They shouldn't be forced, especially to be brought back. That is not natural.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right now, Void's in the hot seat. All right, what questions do we have for Void?
Hold on, we have more questions from chat. More questions from chat. Okay, so this is for the two of you that know Bound. Val, feel free to respond in terms of what your character would think about vampires and werewolves getting along together. So, the scenario question is, in the events of coteries of Bound and Salem were to collide, how would your kindred view the unique and complicated dynamics between the kindred and the Garu from Bound? What would their first impressions be, if any? Would your kindred have towards the Bound coterie members individually, if given time to speak to them?
Okay, so we just roll up and, we see the group of Bound. Do we know they're Garu, from their scent or stuff? Because, they look like people. They look like mortals.
In the event that you found out that, these kindred were mates to the Garu, there's some knowledge of them, insofar as, the collision is they know a little bit about you, you know a little bit about them.
I'm gonna tell you right now, Viola would think you're fucking crazy. You're all fucking crazy. Because she's seen what Garu have done. And she'd be like, you are playing with fire.
Yeah.
You guys are batshit, you're playing with fire. You're playing with someone who at any point could decide to murder you. That is, wow. How can you trust that they're not gonna lose control and not kill you? She would just be like, y'all straight up crazy. I guess individually, if she would feel sorry for Jihoon. She'd just be like, that's not fair. Who the fuck did this to you? She'd be like, you baby. She would. I'm just grinning because I to myself. She would like Noah, but she would be a little wary of him because he's stronger than her. In a sense, so she'd just be like, I think you're cool, seem like a nice guy, and I think your partners are pretty funny. At least that's Sigma dude, whoever the fuck it is. And Kappa, she would definitely be a little scared of Kappa. She'd be like, yeah, no, he looks like he can stab me, and I'd rather not find out. Let's see, who else? She would like Malcolm because he has decorum. A lot of decorum. She appreciates that. She would like Omega because he's really nice, but she would still find him terrifying at the same time.
Real.
Evan, she would actually get along with Evan, but in a yo, what's up, friendship, yo, dancer to dancer, let's go. And she would look at Evan and be like, why are you have questions about Delta? Because she would both admire her, but then there's this underlining I don't trust you kind of vibe. So she's like, I like you, I like your spirit, I like how you're trying to do things, but also when are you gonna rob me, And with Daniel, she would love Zeta. I have all the wolves, she would actually like Zeta the most because she'd be like, you have good taste in baseball team and socks. And I think she would be upset with Daniel. She would be so upset with Daniel because she would be like, you're a fucking idiot. You're older and you're supposed to know better. How dare you? Yeah, she would be so upset with Daniel. I feel so bad saying that because Yankee's so nice. But she would just genuinely be upset with Daniel. And yeah, I think that wraps it up about, yeah. And she would not like Magnus at all. 1000% not like Magnus. She would actually like Gamma too. She would like Gamma. She would think that he's his level-headed.
He's a good boy.
Yeah. Funny enough. So yeah. You can still be old and an idiot. Yeah, like sorry, not Aurora. Viola would be like, Aurora would be like, wow, this is great. And Viola would be like, y'all fucking stupid. You know, you're playing with fire, with things that could kill you. You know, you're gambling with a deck you don't even know about, with cards you don't even understand. Yeah, she would be. That would be her reaction. Yeah, no, but that's my answer to that question.
Feel free to popcorn it
Jericho's
to
a
anybody.
sap.
Oh wait, I guess it's
Jericho.
not just a Jericho.
He would think it's like so great. He's like, oh my god, I love this. He's like, I never even really thought about that. Like, that's actually y'all are Garu and y'all are Kindred and y'all are mated. That's wild.
I love the different reactions.
But I'm here for it. Yeah. He's like, that's fucking beautiful.
He's like, oh my god, me and Ash, this is good. It's gonna happen. Also, hi Raiders.
He would just love it. Welcome in, Raiders.
Welcome in, Raiders. Hey, it's not a typical session for us. It's Meet the Cast because we're missing 2 players, as you can see, and we're asking questions of the kindreds and myself, and maybe even volleying some questions to chat. Ha 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 ha. But it's a pleasure to meet you. Thank you so much for the raid, Dark Domain RPGs. I appreciate it. I'm Void Doll, host, storyteller, dungeon mistress. It's a pleasure to have all of you here. Thank you for coming.
What would Xirus feel about seeing Garu and Kindred together?
He wouldn't think of anything of it. In the end, he believes they're all just cursed against their wills. It's all the same, you know. Like, hey man, I get it. I don't like my curse either, but that shouldn't stop you from loving who you love. You know, like. He wouldn't see it as any different. I mean, who knows? Maybe that's the next cure he finds after Kindred.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, all right, I'm gonna cure lycanthropy. Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Sick.
Anything else you guys would like to add to the Bound Salem question?
I have a question for chat that's not related to that. So if you want to finish off that first.
I think unless Jericho has anything, I think that question has been solved.
Mm-hmm.
My question for chat: what is something you wanted our coterie, any individual kindred, to have done or experienced throughout this campaign that we never got to? You know what I mean? Like, does it make sense? Does that?
Yes.
Is that a word that?
I think that you did a good job.
Okay.
While chat, you are typing out your answers to that one. And again, the question is, what's something you wanted any members individually or even as a whole, the coterie to get to do that maybe they didn't or haven't yet? Now, this is a question.
And it could be.
Oh, go ahead.
Anything completely irrelevant to our current campaign, like just in general too.
Oh, in
Up to you
general.
guys.
In general, what do
It
you
could be
guys want to
anything.
see Kindred do? God, shopping episode.
I'm still waiting for my onsen, spa episode.
Yeah.
Where's my beach episode where we all go to the hot springs and we just don't have to worry about shit?
Right? Yeah.
Just naked Xirus.
Yes, please
Honestly,
make it so.
I actually have a really fun answer to this. So I really want to have a coterie that organizes behind the scenes a bake sale to make money to help out their haven.
I love.
So it's like
That's amazing.
it's like the politics is like, this is my Girl Scout squad and we're not gonna let them down. But it's like
I
a
fucking
Ventru that
love
runs
it.
it. So like in my head, there's like a rec center or like a school or something, and the Ventru's like, this is my domain and my Girl Scouts are the best and they're going to sell all the cookies and we're going to use the proceeds for this. And it will improve this part of the rec center, which is my domain.
Are you,
Like,
are you gonna have a comedy VTM one day?
Dude,
Is it straight up just comedy?
I mean, kind
I'm
of.
just gonna be like,
Because in that same Chronicle, I really wanted there to be a Nosferatu that runs food trucks. And like,
I love that idea.
He kind of like doesn't, like him and the Girl Scout, you know, they like clash, like the Venture thing. Anyways, it's kind of dumb. I don't know. That would have been cool.
Viola would be like, let me do a car
That sounds
wash.
like
And
a
it's just
great
in a,
mini series that I would 100%.
Right, like Viola absolutely
would
could do a
love
car
that.
wash with like performers, like of age dancers, you know, like yes, like yes.
she would, yeah. She'd be like, all right, Evan, come in and shake your moneymaker. Come on, Sigma. Come on, you
Yeah.
promised for the
Right.
kids.
Yeah, I was thinking that could be really silly, like so dumb, but so like it could be so serious though, right? Like, could you imagine how
These
serious
kids need
it could
their
be? Yeah,
baseball park.
like it's nighttime, right? Like the kids are all cleaning up and stuff, and your kindred shows up, and like your enemy kindred show up, but neither of you want to kill the kids or break the masquerade, so you're just like throwing insults at each other over these little Girl Scouts' heads, and they're like, "Gee, Mister, did you want to take any of the Samoas home?" And you, like your enemy ends up having to buy so much and actually support you because you beat them in social combat. Like that, like it could be serious. It could be so like it could be so like listen. It could be so real. It could have so many like real ramifications.
I'm here. You
But,
sold
like,
me.
But it's like so dumb. And anyways, it's yeah.
I love that idea, and they're just like, it's like they have like a potluck or like some sort of like
It definitely-
like a school
Yeah.
dance,
It
and they're
definitely
just
has,
trying to
like, a-
raise money.
What We Do in the Shadows vibe, which was I guess comedy kind of the point. But anyways,
Yeah, I love that. That's great.
Mm-hmm,
We all got a field trip with the children.
Techno
like a camping
Monk,
trip.
Thank you for chatting, and Dark. I want to call you Dark Neva. Dark Knee, cause NE. Thank you for chatting. I'm sorry, I missed your chat. Brain is smooth brain.
You know, while we're doing this Q&A, I will say, and we're doing the funnies now, I am so sad that Viola has not met the Methuselah, because I think that entire sequence, she would have been stunned. She's like, what? Just seeing like, look at my cute collection of cute animals.
Oh yeah, he's a blast. Yeah.
She would have been appalled by the treatment you guys had given her. She's like, have we learned anything from our etiquette lessons? Have we not learned anything?
Nothing. No.
Just let it all like smooth.
We've learned
I love
only
that guy.
violence.
I will love. I hope he comes up again, but like in a nice way.
Also, well, this is for my blue site. Can I just say this? Like, if there was any kindred you wanted to see on the blue site,
The blue site?
Fansly.
Yeah.
He's talking about Fansly
the not
and
safe
all
for
the
work shit.
yeah, the not safe for work site. Yeah.
Oh.
yeah, for my art.
Any kindred in this series or in anything.
Ah, fuck it. Oh, whatever. I don't know the others that well, to be fair, but
Okay, I need you to draw some Kadal art. Like, come on, Val. There is some sexy old
'Cause
man
we've-
Elder Kadal
'cause
art.
Dolly, we've talked about like potentially bringing NPCs and characters
yeah.
onto like, you know, that kind of art. So, yeah.
I think people would love to see Dirty Quinn. Like
Yes.
a naughty
Well,
sandwich.
she's so
Quinn.
shy.
Yeah.
Oh my god, but
I
she's
also
like
think
super
people
shy.
would love
Like
to see Viola naughty. As far as players, potentially even Mads. Like, actually, it's very gorgeous.
absolutely, Mads. I think Mads.
NPCs. Probably Sloane from season 1. Muscle Mommy.
Yes. Oh, that was Viola. That was another possible for Viola,
Yeah,
but she's like, nah.
Andy would be a really gorgeous on the blue site. She would, yeah.
Andy, please do Andy first. I
Dude,
love Andy.
even Elizabeth. Like, could you imagine Dominatrix skimp suit Elizabeth? Like, whew. Yeah. Sheesh.
With the whip.
Ma'am. Excuse me, ma'am. I'm sorry to step into your territory.
Those 6-inch heels in like
Yeah.
high highs.
Yeah. The goth fashion. Like, hell yeah. What about chat? Anybody? Quinn. Oh, Beta. Yeah, they would like to see Beta. Also a muscle mommy. A dancer.
I love Beta so much. She's my favorite muscle mommy we've put on this channel so far.
Gosh.
Because
I
it's
had to say
definitely, this is definitely an option in the future.
Zeta. And her big old bitties. Whew. Delta. And her flat justice.
Doing their bestest.
I'm trying to think, like, who else that's a vampire that I play that's just like,
Magnus.
yeah. Even though he's such a poo-poo head.
Let's see. Where's Xirus, huh? Where's Xirus?
Dude,
you know, sexy.
Cyrus. I would subscribe. Sheesh.
Soft Dom Xirus.
Yes.
Nice. Let's go.
Would.
With Lucas. Oh my god. Ooh. Lucas, like, yeah, Lucas roughed up. I can imagine Inu being like, you fucking psycho.
Ooh, Evan. Yes, Evan is a good choice. We have some titty art of Evan already, and it is like, whoo, damn, Evan.
Yeah, thank you. Shout out to Dark for the amazing titty art.
Yeah, so
I
good.
don't know if I've seen that one.
Oh, it's good.
Oh my god, I have to find the link, but
We'll link
yeah,
it.
it's really good. It's so good.
All right, I think chat has had time for formulating questions and/or answers if they would like. So let's move on. Any questions Coterie might have for me? It's okay if not.
What was the... Okay, after you, Val.
Favorite, oh fuck, they did that moments.
Favorite
Like
oh, fuck
things that you didn't
moment?
expect.
Yeah.
Your,
Kind of what I
your-
was thinking too, but I didn't know how to word it. There you go.
yeah,
Yeah, great. That was good. That was good.
like moments that
Dude,
we've
Viola and
done
Mads
that-
in the
that
goddamn
made you
bar
go,
with like the red mist, both of them. I was like, holy, oh my, what are you doing? What are you doing? And they're like, we go into it and we touch it and we gotta figure this out. And I was like, no, stop, we're gonna die. That was fun. Like, I was panicking for them, so that was fun for me. You eating the cookie last episode? The whole ass fucking
oh yeah,
Jesus
The
biscuit.
whole ass
Oh
cookie.
my god, yeah, that surprised even me. I was like, wasn't that the one that like Xirus went like aggro from just like taking a tiny bite and you just ate the fucking
You ate the whole
thing?
cookie. Yeah, I was like, wow, he just put all the
Yeah.
acid in his mouth. Cool. Yeah. That was fun.
yeah.
For me, when Natalie was like, Jericho's gonna go do this thin blood alchemy and buy a crackpot percolator. And I was like, what the holy wait, hold on. What are you doing? That was a fun oh shit moment for me. whenever Inu's like, I punch it, and I'm like, oh my god, are you sure? And he's like, I'll kill it, and I'm always stressed.
I love that.
Yeah. When Mads like when Sly is like in the spiderweb mode and is like, I'm gonna do this, usually it's like, oh shit, damn, and then I have to like, yes, and so yeah. That was good.
Nice.
What is something that you regret from season 1?
Everything.
What the fuck?
God.
The whole season.
Like if I were a
Wait,
better
what?
storyteller, it
But-
would be so much better. So as
It
far
was
as
it was your first experience and your
so I guess
learning
it's just not my player's fault at all, but just regret me being so inexperienced. I think that
I mean, that's you're literally your hamsters for that.
I
Like for you
know,
to
I
get
just-
experience.
I know, right?
it
You
was-
have to start somewhere.
I just hate.
That's like
how-
saying the first time I got on a bike and then upset that you fell over. It was like, I wish I was more experienced riding this bike. It's like you just
literally
got
how
on.
it is. That's
It's your first bike.
how I feel. I was like, damn it, I could have done, because I was re-listening and I was like, fuck, I could have said that a lot better. Could have done this a lot better. So that was, but yeah, my first
You
bike ride.
silly goose.
It's, yeah.
Okay. How about what is one thing, not all of season 1, but what is one thing you wish we had explored in season 1?
Maverick.
That
Yeah.
Right. Everything
What
fell
about-
apart before I could.
Well, I was
What
hoping.
about the
Yes.
go ahead.
Oh, I just
Oh,
was
finish,
hoping
finish.
when I got after Nat that one episode that Nat actually had fed him blood and woken him up. When I was like, "What are you doing, Natalie?" And Natalie's like, "I'm just gonna stay here." And I was like, "Fuck!" I was really hoping Nat would press the button, but I didn't want to. I didn't want to be like, "Press the button, Natalie," because like that was
Yeah,
metagaming.
Me and been like, push the fucking button.
No way!
I would have.
No way! Metagaming.
Are you sure you just want to sit there? That's it.
Are you sure you just want to talk
That's
to
it.
him?
Yes.
Like if
That's
I had the experience that I
Glad
had
I'm your
now, I
greatest
would have said
regret.
that. I would have been like, "Are you sure that's what you do?" Right? Because then now would have been like, "Oh, I see. What do you want me to do?" Right? You know what I mean? Without like being like blatantly like,
Wake him up now.
you know, like I just,
Right. What was your question, Val?
No, I was gonna say what was that one? The fucking I forget the name of the type. The guy who met Xirus out in the forest in the very beginning.
Oberon.
What is
Oberon.
yeah, Oberon.
Mm-hmm.
Like I absolutely denied any openings to Oberon
I know.
in the
I was
story,
upset.
dude.
I was like, "God damn it!" But he's going to be at the party, and he's the first one
Naturally,
that sent
yeah.
you like enthusiastic support. So yeah, he had the
Yay!
little animal balloons that were literally animals. Yeah,
Oh my god.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Cute,
vividly
right?
remember
yeah,
that
the
description.
Sinichi with double hips. Yeah, very scary.
Yeah. That's why he was just like, I don't fuck with this shit. Bye.
But yeah, no, he wanted to use your facility so bad. Okay,
Yeah, I know.
there's another thing I do kind of regret that I didn't have you guys investigate more, but the Sabbat stuff. But you did figure out
Yeah.
the Sabbat's like entanglement in the city, anyways, like why they were there. The fact that they were like drawn in by Elizabeth to get the Second Inquisition there so that she could use them, right? So you guys figured that out, but I kind of wish that you could have figured them out more because Mads O'Shea's brother, who's a blood doll to Elizabeth, was like laying traps for them. So that would have been a really cool like thing. Because remember like the young kindred you guys found that Viola's like totally like she was just like Shazam, I have boobs and I'm gorgeous. And he was like, anything you want, mistress. You know, like remember that kid?
Yeah.
Yes.
When you found the chemically beheaded kindred, yeah. So
Yeah.
like his whole like following up with him would have been really fun. Like his whole little drug addict style ish kind of backstory would have been cool. Stalking more Lazarus Kane would have been fun because you would have gotten a lot more. But you guys like figured out
I kind
the most
kind of
important, which was like the trifecta triangle between Elizabeth, Laz, and Vice, because that's literally like the inciting event that made Elizabeth like, you know what, fuck it, Methuselah blood, killing all the kindred. Yeah.
One thing I would have really liked is to kind of pursue more either Lazarus Kane, just because I like everybody else's story. Or like I would have actually liked to pursue more of the mystery that was like under, I mean, we kind of reveled it a little bit, but like under the hospital. I think that would have been really neat.
Yeah, well, she is such a big part of like also all the weird Sabat shit that was happening to you guys too. So, but it's okay. It's all good.
I think I would have. Yeah, sorry, good.
No, you're good. That was it. I'm done. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I think I would have liked Xirus to have more science man time to cook a lot of,
Jesse, we gotta cook.
It was he was constantly we're also constantly in go motion, right? We barely like sit down in one place for long enough to like cook. I think Xirus would have done, I don't know, maybe he could have even come up with a like unique fucking weapon for the coterie or something, you know? Like science shit. Just fucking nerd out.
It's like boom, science, boom, laser cannon.
Yeah, laser cannon, like vampire laser cannons, you know?
Science.
Like
Hell yeah.
Bluetooth biting people, you know? Like shit
Bluetooth. I love that. Let's go. Bluetooth biting people.
Yeah.
There's still time to
Biting
make the
people
app.
from,
It's fine.
Yeah. I'm gonna hack your Twitter and bite you through it. You know, I don't
That's
know.
crazy.
That's called
I think
ERP.
Oh yeah. He discovers VR chat and he's like, "What is this?" Starts
my
biting people.
God.
Loves it.
Right?
He's like, "Oh, yeah, my tra-la-la."
My ding ding dong.
I love that. I think for Viola, something I wish I had done is, I think at the time I wasn't good at, and I still think I'm really bad. I wanted to be, also it doesn't help that Sly is so smart. So like trying to like be more deceptive is so hard for me, because I'm very much like, I just want to tell you guys, and then just keeping like kind of like the way that Viola was a Judas. I think I did that. I didn't do a really good job of it. And at the end of the day, I remember feeling like, man, I don't know how long I can keep this up. This is harder because no one trusts me. No one wants to do anything. And it really, like, no one wants to, and I was like, it's like, it really sucks when I'm like, hey, like this and this. And so I felt like I did a really bad job of that. And I wish I had done better. Been more convincing. Great. But yeah, like that's I think that's something if I could go back, you know, with what the knowledge and the stuff that and the more practice I have now.
Yeah, no, that's
sure.
how I feel about my performance, like in season 1. Like I could have paced this story a little slower instead of like a thriller, because I wrote it as like a psychological thriller where it's just, because, you know, in thrillers it's just constant tension and an urgency to like do it now. So you did great. Just like you think, you know, I did great on the first time on the bike. Like you were awesome. And I totally get it. Yeah, the bike metaphor.
Yeah, we're all stumbling on the bike.
That's a good one, yeah.
Honestly, that's such a great metaphor. That was good.
It was good.
I think as far as season 1's concerned, my biggest regret is the same regret you had for me, is me not waking Maverick. Like, literally. I think about it all the time, actually. So, it's funny that you brought it up, because it was also my greatest season 1 regret.
Right? No.
Nat just wakes up and she's like, I should have waken up Magford. God damn it.
Oh, man, I do. Sometimes I'd lie in bed and I'm like, you know that meme where it's like the 4-panel comic where your brain's like, hey, are you awake? You're like, no, I'm trying to sleep. Okay. And then it's like,
You
but
could have
what
waken him
if?
up.
yeah, exactly.
Oh
You
my
could have waken
God.
him up. And my eyes just are open wide. I'm like, damn it. I could have.
Oh. It's crazy. What is one thing, because we've been talking about the party and like kind of like, yeah, like we're starting to see the conclusion to a lot of things, and is there anything that you're still interested in for, as we come to the next, episodes and stuff?
How do you mean?
Storyteller? I think that's questions for you. Is there anything you're looking forward to, like, before, as things are coming to an end? Is there anything you're looking forward to seeing? Question mark.
Oh, your
Yeah,
guys' reactions for sure. I'm looking forward to your reactions to. Yeah. So, yep. So hard. Can't wait.
More shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. More stuff to
Yeah.
keep us awake at night.
I know
can't
the
wait.
feeling
Yeah.
now doing more DMing stuff.
Mhm.
Like, you have all this plan and you're like, but I can't even talk to them about it. I have to
Mhm.
wait for the reactions.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's so real.
So I'm
Yeah.
just
So
super
true,
excited to
yeah.
see what happens. I don't know.
Yeah.
How about okay, so when it comes to romance, I know that like when you get in the zone, it's like me when I'm in teacher mode, it's like everything else like that I'm so worried about just shuts off, and it's like you get in the zone for your job, right? And so for you, is it when you're doing romantic scenes, anything with like in game, is it similar to that?
I don't think I understand the question fully.
Is there a state of mind
Yeah.
that you have to be in to do a romantic scene?
For sure. Yeah. I don't know how many people know this, but I disassociate when I DM completely. So I literally become. It feels almost like a completely, totally different person. Which is why I don't remember anything as just me. But when I open the DM box, I'm like, oh, that's right. This is it, and this is it, and this is it, and this is it. And right now I'm running, concurrently 16 different games. And I've written 2 more campaigns. So my capacity for narrative is expansive. It's pretty big.
Vast.
But yeah, I have to not only disassociate, but I have to like step into the actor mindset of that character and feel and experience how that character feels and whatnot. And there are sometimes
You
like,
immerse.
yeah, there's sometimes like I'm too exhausted. All right, like I don't know, like I'm just physically like my body's too tired to like tell a good story, because it takes so much effort and practice. Because like an actor, I also don't know if people know this, but like an actor, I practice voices every day. I practice accents every day. I practice certain monologues and scenes every day. So there is so much effort that goes into everything that I do to tell a story. Every day. Yeah.
I feel so bad for my roommate who hears me talking to myself when I'm just doing stuff in the middle of the night. And then they've told me, they're like, yeah, what were you talking about? Were you talking to someone? I'm like, no, I'm just practicing for like the RPGs and stuff.
Yeah, I practice
Respect.
every day. God, I literally, there's no, yeah. So sometimes I'll practice like, okay, I'm gonna get I'm going to make my coffee in character. I'm going to do my laundry in character for different characters to like become them, to feel their mindset, to view how they view the world around me. And it helps me come up with adjectives and verbs and descriptions and feelings that fit that character. On top of that, I have several notebooks, but there's one in particular that kind of follows me around right now, that when I have a insight, and it never turns off for me. My mind is always churning out every day I'm churning out ideas and thoughts. So when I have like a world building thought, or I have like I really like the way I thought of that sentence in my head, I write it down. And I don't necessarily feel like there's like an intense emotional bleed between me and the DM mindset, but there is definitely an elevated consciousness when I step into the DM. Like it's literally like I'm here and then I'm here. DM mindset, like looking at the bigger picture. And then when I touch back down onto Earth, it's like I come back into my body and I'm like, oh, what just happened? So sometimes when I'm re-listening to sessions, I'm like, oh my God, I said that? Who let me say that? Yeah.
That's awesome. What is the
Honestly,
most
it's one of my favorite
difficult?
moments.
I agree 100%, 1,000%, Nat. What is your most difficult NPC to step into?
Anyone who objectifies other people.
Oh boy.
So any character that's slightly villainous is very difficult for me. Any character that looks at people to be manipulated is difficult. Which, lore, it's actually why I make my NPCs so complicated, my bad guys so complicated, and make them sympathetic. Even though that's good storytelling, it's easier for me to act as someone who is not just a psychopath, someone who just loves the thrill of the hunt and the murder and the killing, because like I think that's disgusting. I think that's a disgusting mindset to have, to look at other humans that are unique, because billions of people, over 7 billion people on this planet, and there is only one set of genes, molecules, thoughts and feelings and a spirit that is you. And I treasure that as a person. I think that it's incredible. I think that it's beautiful. And I think that it's sacred. And I think that it's our responsibility as people to protect each other. And so getting into the mindset of somebody who doesn't have that written in their DNA, like they don't have that in their marrow, they are a monster, is incredibly difficult. So I prefer playing villains that are flawed tragically, as opposed to just outright monsters.
Sadistic and crazy and shit.
Correct.
Yeah.
And they can have sadistic tendencies, they can have sociopathic tendencies, but I have never successfully fully played a manipulated evil character. Like, even in my Sabbat Chronicle, Stone is genuinely, as much as he can be, in love with Aurora. He is an ancient kindred. He is he is near antediluvian, if not antediluvian, remote controlling a flesh of suit that he has engineered, and he believes wholeheartedly that he is in love with this scholar, this little historian who has been studying him without realizing it her whole life.
Oh, gasp! She doesn't know that though.
Yeah, so
that's one of the.
he was really hard to play in the beginning because he was like looking at everybody as chess pieces and like manipulating them, but then he got closer to Aurora, and I'm like, okay, he's easier to play now. So yeah, that's kind of the long short of it.
How about you, Val? Like, seeing, because you DM now, like, what is something in your process? Like, how do you parse through it? Like, how do you RP?
To be fair, my players have not gotten to a point of like such villainous characters. They've only just dealt with like creatures that have been corrupted. So I haven't had to delve into that mindset yet. But when that day comes, we can have answers. Mm-hmm.
How about you, Nat? How do you approach RPing?
I just sit in the chair of my character and I just let them answer. Like it's honestly a very intuitive, very rarely do I have to like think about what I'm acting in response. I'm very much I've thought about a character so in depth. I know like their thoughts and feels, their favorites and their dislikes to such an extent that it's easy to kind of just let them run the show, quote unquote, from my end. Like I am surprised all the time by things that my characters do or say.
I totally, yeah, that's
because
so
I
true.
just let it flow, and then like I will go back, kind of like Dolly. I will go back and I will listen and be like, damn, sometimes I say pretty wow, okay, cool, that was not bad. But yeah, I just kind of let it roll off the tongue per se.
That's really neat. Yeah, I totally see that. I think because I know Wolfman mentions that one time, and it's really interesting because I feel like in our own way we do get into that character and we become that character. Something that I guess I have told Void many times, and I'm sure Nat has heard quite a few times as well, is that one of the ways that when I think of my character, I try to role-playing is a way for me to express emotion, because fun fact, I have a very I have a hard time crying. I actually have a hard time crying, and I have a hard time. I know people see like, oh, she's happy all the time, but that's the thing. It's like the unfortunate side about living in Japan is that people don't really emote a lot, and I tend to be a chameleon and just adapt myself to the environment that I'm in. Like, I was with the neighbors and I was like, why do I have a southern twang to my voice? That makes no sense. I don't talk like that. But I chameleon my way to adapt, and I don't know why I do that. I've just always have done it. Like, my mom said, like, yeah, you would just imitate the cartoons on the TV. So it's like, it's a weird thing. And so one of the things that I do is, one of the things with RPing is I kind of, when I get into the character, it helps me express emotions that I wouldn't normally express in such a way. And so I completely agree with Nat. When I RP, it's like you become that character. And many times my characters have done things and I'm like, you're a fucking idiot. Why would you do that? That's stupid. That's illogical. That makes no fucking sense. Or like, I'm like, why are you getting so emotional? Like, in my mind, I'm like, why are you getting so emotional and crying about it? Like, funny enough, if Spectre Zero were in Viola's shoes and Cadell died, she would not cry. I would not cry. I just don't. I would not be so public about it. I would be like, okay, I'm gonna wait till I'm by myself and I'm gonna cry and I'm not gonna tell anybody about it, and that's fine. And so lots of times when I say like I'm crying, like it's because I want to, but I can't. Like, I just don't. And so that's kind of like the nice thing about RPing is when I step into someone else's skin, I'm able to like better express those emotions because I'm not myself, if that makes any sense. So that's something that I think that has helped me with RPing, is in a funny way, just like Void, disassociating myself with that character.
I think I misunderstood the question then.
Okay, go for it. Go, go, go.
What was
go.
the remind me the question?
So the question is, how do you like as a DM, and how about let me rephrase it, as a DM and as a player, how do you RP? And is there a difference between the two? You know, do you find what helps you? How do you go about it?
I guess much like you guys, right? We kind of just immerse ourselves, right? Because really, what helps me is understanding their values, wants, and likes and dislikes. Like literally, when I make NPCs, as a DM, I have written down simply what they want and what they do not want. And it could be as simple as like a guard saying, I want to do my job well so I can, get promoted from this position. What I don't want is someone, sneaking their way into, or breaking through the store or whatever that I'm protecting and guarding or whatever, because that's my job. And even if that's as simple as that, I think it helps with the mindset of just like what's important to them, even in that moment. So anything that happens in that moment that pushes against or supports those two factors is what kind of helps me make my decisions. So Xirus alone, for example, is just the people he cares about is a big important, right? It's a big, I don't want to lose them no matter what. And that helps him, helps me roleplay the moments of when I have to push against something that I feel maybe even a struggle to, like it's either scary or hard or a challenging situation. And, but that feels the choice to step up and do what's needed, Does that make sense?
Yeah, that does. That actually clarifies a lot, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So great. Sorry, I've been asking a lot of questions. So, anyone else want to ask?
We have time for maybe one more question, max. Maybe. Actually, I think we should maybe just do parting words, like last words for stream, in the last 10 minutes, and then wrap up.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, my last parting words for stream are thank you so much for being here, chat. Thank you, players, for being here as well. I really appreciate it. I'm very, very grateful for everything. It's incredible that I get to do this. You guys are awesome. I literally cannot believe the luck and the blessing it is to be here with all of you like this. It's so cool. It's so, so cool. And I love what we do. It's great. It's awesome.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Popcorn it over to Netchan.
I don't know. Yeah, very similar. Thanks so much, chat, for showing up. I mean, we'd play this game anyway, but it's cool having you guys hang out with us while we do it. That's pretty bueno. But like to Dolly and the party specifically, just thanks for having me. Because I know when this coterie was originally organized, I was not originally on the docket to be a player. So when I was kind of last minute-ish invited and included, it was I don't know. I'm just really grateful because it's been a blast. You guys have been really fun to play with. It's been a really wild story that we've told. There's been a lot of laughs. There's been a lot of tears. So yeah, I guess Dolly and Coterie just thanks for having me.
Oh yeah.
It's been
I
great.
honestly almost forgot that was a factor. Because
Yeah, like-
it's just this coterie
So
is just
crazy.
it's not the same without everyone here, you know?
Yeah. So
Hell yeah.
it's been a blast being a part of it. So thank you.
Hmm.
Hmm. I guess I'll popcorn it to Spectre.
It's crazy. I still have those DMs with Void and with Val, and I remember when we first when Val's like, I want to play in a campaign. I was like, bet. And so we were talking about it, and he's like, yeah, there's this really awesome DM called Void and a Void Doll. And I was like, yeah, sure, let's contact. Yeah, it's so crazy because we went from that to like reaching out to Void, and then like after like reaching out to Sly and then thank God Void introduced Nat to us, because I can't to echo Val's words, I cannot imagine playing without Nat. It would be weird. Like, it feels weird even saying that. I'm like, wait, there was a chance Nat wasn't in this game. And I feel bad because I'm like, if I had known you had existed, if I knew the future, I'd be like, yes, come play. Yeah, everyone presents a piece of this puzzle, and I think, and I want to say thank you to everyone to opening up this opportunity. I cannot stress enough how much this one game and meeting all these people has changed my life. I know it sounds stupid, and you're like, yeah, everybody says it, but I'm not kidding. I don't want to go into it because I don't want to talk about personal stuff like that, because personal things. But yeah, it means a lot to me that you guys love it, because Void and the entire coterie put so much fucking work into this. Like, we really care about the story and we care about these characters, and we're so excited for where this journey will take us now that we're going towards the end. And yeah, I'm gonna pass it on over to Val.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'll say this for myself, as a thank you. Anytime Dolly tells us how you guys enjoy our characters means the world to us, because 9 out of 10 times while we're doing this, we have no fucking clue what the fuck we're doing. So
Yeah.
it's nice that people can take our chaotic oh fuck moments and I do this like eat a fucking cookie, and you guys enjoy that. Like it makes us excited as much, so much more too, because it's like, oh, all right, cool. This is fun. People vibe with it too, and so that really means a lot. Because, yeah, I don't know, brain, cool. But anyways, we thank you guys for doing this, for supporting Dolly, because your support for Dolly allows all of us, including all the others in other campaigns, to continue doing this and making fun, emotional stories that make you regret everything, but also love everything at the same time. And that's pretty fucking cool, I think.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Enough said. Dolly.
Thank you. With that, we bid you adieu and good night.
Good night.
Good night. All right.
Good night. Good night. Good night.
Thank you all again so much for being here. I'm looking forward to seeing any of you that would like to be in the Discord tomorrow. I'm running Stormstalker, and then on Tuesday I have Strixhaven here on the channel that is live streamed. On Wednesday, live streamed, will be Delta Green, Chapter 3. Delta Green Chapter 3.
Oh no.
No sessions on Thursday. And then on Friday, Whispering Pantheon. I've got to redo the layouts for that. Regardless, there is a new games upcoming. For one, Walking Dead. I am going to be doing a Walking Dead campaign. The first 12 sessions are completely free for the players. And then after 12 sessions, then if the players wish to continue, they would then be committing to pay. But that's from the really generous donathon. So that is a interview-based game that will very possibly will be twice a month, once a month, depending on availability and schedule. But it is a brand new system, so Walking Dead, it's a fun system. It's very lethal though. You only ever have 3 hit points, and it's all D6.
Oh my god!
Yeah, it's all
what?
D6s. The damage either does 1, 2, or 3. At 3, you become a walker. It's very political based. And then, so the interviews for those the opening to sign up for those will end this week. So I'll be talking about them. I'll be making a post about it in the Discord as well. I'll probably make a post about it on my Twitter and other social medias. So if you're interested in that, go put an emoji on the announcement. It's in the announcement channel in Discord, and private message me that you're interested. With that being said, I am also working on I'm almost done with a 5th edition Dragon Riders campaign that is incredibly based to give you a cool hint. I put together a dossier, which I might put up for like 99 cents for other DMs if they want to like play in this world setting. But this is the pitch. Nocturne Mortalis, the Shadow Death War College. Overview. Nestled in the shadowed peaks of the Nocturne Mountains, the College of Mortalis trains elite riders who are bonded to dragons, mostly noble but all deadly creatures who choose their mortal partners through a sacred rite. Students undergo brutal training to prepare for their role as dragon riders, warriors, or scholars of war. The college balances military discipline with arcane tradition and political intrigue. Mortalis only accepts applicants with high aptitude scores in magic, strategy, combat, or diplomacy. Every potential student must pass the bridge for entry when the Trial of Flame, also called the Mortal Trials, a life-threatening gauntlet that determines their eligibility and reveals their potential bond affinity. Now, then it goes into how to bond a dragon. A rider is not born, a rider is made. To forge a bond with a dragon is to stand before its power and forsake a piece of yourself. There's a ton more after that. And then we get to this little ditty, The Legend of Starfall. Every 5 centuries, the threaded moon drifts across the heavens, and from its wake descends a rain of starlight. Where it falls, the light weaves through living matter, twisting all it touches into something other. All right, there's more, but I'm skipping. It has been more than 12 centuries since the last Starfall Pass, the Threaded Moon Pass. The event has faded into myth. Civilians no longer believe in Starfall or the Threaded Moon. Few dragon riders believe the stories of starlight that devours flesh or the horrors that hunted beneath it. Yet, the oldest song whispers that the bond between dragon and rider once held the power to burn away the star threads. Okay? Now here's some more cool shit. This is a song. This is an ancient song. From the stars we are scarred. From the flame we are freed. When the moon shall fall and the light shall bleed. Very cool stuff. Very, very cool.
Woo!
Yep. And then there's a
Let's
war.
go!
There's also a war going on. From the Blighted Reach, there's the Beast Forged legends of people who fly on chimeras and manticores. And then we go into the duchies and the territories, of which there are 9. And then there's the dragon flights and the dragon houses and their wing leaders. And it's crazy. The dragon houses are House Inferna. House Tyrannus, House Umbravex, House Glacerin. Yeah, they're kind of EV coded. Leave me alone. Terravox, Aethros.
No problem with that.
And then, of course, there is the redacted information. The House of Void.
Dun, dun, dun.
So, yeah, it's a very cool dossier. It took me, in reality, probably like 200 hours. But yeah, Dragon Riders, it's super, super cool. I got some bust shots back of the dragons that are willing to bond in this year's Gauntlet Mortal Trials.
You didn't give that update.
Yeah, yep.
Yes.
And then one of the dragons may or may not be from the Forbidden House. So, with all of that being said, that's a thing that's coming down the line, as well as Dispatch flavored / Invincible flavored / Magical Girl School, where it's bed and magical. That's a cool crossover that's happening. The dossier for that is not done. Let me think. What else do I have coming up? You know what? Just cool shit. Just cool shit.
Cool shit.
Cool shit.
Yeah. So there'll be
cool shit.
there'll be really some really cool production stuff coming up in the next couple of months, and I'll do my best to make sure that all of them are properly announced. I'm working on getting a custom schedule so that I can just post that with cool updates and information and advertisements for games and things that are happening. Oh, also, the orders from the Donathon should be in soon. That's a cool update. So, like, the stickers and stuff, those should be soon.
Swag.
Yeah, stuff.
Cool shit.
Should be happening soon. But yeah, that's all I have. Does anybody else have any cool updates they'd like to share with chat before I hit end stream?
Nothing
I
that
draw
cool.
tits.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, Val draws really sexy tits.
Go
You
support
should
Val
go
on
like
Fansly.
subscribe below. He
go-
draws man tits and women tits.
Go support. Go support.
All the tits.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, then
Yeah.
that's what we're gonna call it. Follow everybody here. They're great. They stream. They're awesome. Support them. Thank you so much for being here. I love you. Take care of yourself. Have a shower. Have some tea, coffee if you'd like. And mwah. Good night.
Mwah.